Well, 51 and a half minutes into playtime here, and Mizzou gets their first touchdown of the 2020 SEC season. It seemed like ripping off a Band-Aid at this point, but they did it. And in a grand fashion, might I add, a 54-yard touchdown from Tyler Beatty, wide open daylight, and he just made his way down the sideline. Still a pretty sizable lead for Bama, though. 35-13 is the score right now. But a sign of life from Mizzou offense, finally, at this point in this game. Finally giving the home crowd something to cheer about, as the kickoff will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback, and Alabama will see if they can just add more to this already pretty sizable lead. But
it's way past a timely, time that Mizzou may want to score. This is not the time that you would have wanted to score. It's a little late in the ball game. But I'm going to say this, man. You talk about Tyler Beatty. He was one of my X factors coming into this season, knowing that you have a guy like Eli Drinkowitz. He loves his speedsters. I like what Tyler Beatty brings to the table already. I think he's going to be a key factor for this offense moving forward this season.
And you know what? Better late than never, as Bryce Young is back in the position here at QB. Hands it off to Trey Sanders, takes it down to the right side of the sideline, but
and that's what you want from Sean Robinson. They're showing the replay here. Fakes the give, sees him in open space, just a miscommunication. It looked like Dylan Moses was going to be on that coverage, maybe a little bit of safety help, and it was just a free in no man's land. You just can't let that happen if you're the Alabama secondary, letting off the gas pedal or not. You got to keep your guard up.
Some rookie mistakes here. Obviously not rookie for the head coach, Nick Saban, his 14th season at Alabama. And Bryce Young hands it off back to Trey Sanders, who's going to get almost taken down, and he does get taken down. Gets back up, but his knee was down for a loss.
I was like, where are you going, fella? You were already down.
This isn't the NFL.
You were down
even
5
if it
yards
was the
ago.
NFL.
Yeah.
But 7.5 minutes left, 3rd and 12 right now for Bama. And, Nick Saban gets upset even though he's got this pretty sizable lead. That's just his character at this point. He doesn't ever want to give up a touchdown. He always wants to try and shut out teams, especially teams as vulnerable as a rookie, Drinkwitz-led Mizzou team.
And that's why he's been so successful in his past, is because he's never wanted to let off the gas pedal.
Absolutely. And Bryce Young throws it to the middle to Jalen Waddle. And that's going to be a first down. Nice gain there. And, right out the gate, even though there was that turnover, Bryce Young is making his case. And, Mac Jones is obviously still going to be the go-to guy. But Bryce Young, have yourself a day, kid, already, just in these 2 possessions. Really nothing bad out the gate, at least compared to Sean Robinson's debut for Mizzou at this point. So now a couple receivers on both sides of him. Trey Sanders to his left, or rather to his back side. Hands it off to Trey Sanders. Tries to take it up the gut and will not have anything going here. An excited Wilkins getting the tackle there. But
it was Cameron Wilkins coming up the gut, the junior, out of Del Valle, Texas.
Now making it past the 6-minute marker. They're at milking the clock phase right now. And Bryce Young, really great start. 5 for 6, 54 yards on the night so far. But it's looking like he's going to stick to the ground game, like I said, just to run out this clock. Fakes the handoff. Tries to get out of the pocket. Great job getting out of the pocket, might I add, and gets the first down. Runs out of bounds for some reason. At that point, I know he's still a rookie, but you might want to do a slide tackle or something there to keep the clock running.
Well, he notices a gap. He's waiting for that gap to develop. Boom, he just goes ahead and explodes for that first down. Not one to get hit. You don't need to take any chances to get that first down. You already got a comfortable lead. Played it right, got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They can reset and, try to find a new rhythm if need be.
So now at their own 48-yard line, almost at midfield, fakes the handoff. He's getting chased down by 3 defenders, throws it at the feet of Martez Manuel, but a quick incomplete pass. Martez Manuel looking a bit upset over that. I don't really think he could have had a play at that. He threw it literally at his feet. So, and I also see Markel Utzi, who was a previous injury timeout. He's back in the game right now.
Good to see him back out there with that defensive front.
Great news for the Missouri Tigers. That would have been a big loss. Still haven't heard word about Jarvis Ware, but
5:08 yet to play in this one, fourth quarter.
So now 2nd and 10, hands it off to Trey Sanders again. It's going to get tackled once again right around the line of scrimmage. Mac Jones has his helmet on for some reason.
I mean, it could be indication, never know when your number's called, or, just as a sign of, respect for the game. I mean, normally in football, me having played a couple of years in high school, not saying I was good, but normally quarterbacks, people on the sideline tend to keep their helmet on in case their number's called, but, keep your caps on as a sign of respect for the game and the opponent. It's just a normal thing.
Fair enough, as looks like 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looks like a blitz coming a little bit here. Gets out of the pocket. Doesn't get out of the pocket. A big sack from number 18 there for the Missouri Tigers. So a loss there for Jeff Coate getting that sack. Welcome to the NCAA, Bryce Young, in a sense. Just couldn't find an open receiver right there. Still learning now. It's 4th and 8, so punting unit comes out Sam Johnson. Haven't seen him in a while. Now, a nice punt here. Looks like he drops the ball, and it's recovered by Alabama, it looks like. We'll see. We'll wait for the officials. Oh, goodness. They're just trying to scrape people off that dog pile here to see who has it. Mizzou's pointing their direction, but it looks like an Alabama player hopped on that first. We will see here in just a second. Still waiting to see. And it is Alabama's football. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
what a mistake.
That's going to be a huge, huge conversation come film session. And Barrett Bannister.
That's your guy.
Yeah, man. I know he'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, he's not going to sleep well tonight, I can tell you. That's going to be stuck on repeat in his head going to bed. That was an easy basket catch right there, and it just fell in and out off his chest. Oh, man, and the boos from the crowd, the simulated crowd.
He anticipated that defender was closing in on him, and, in that situation, you got to be able to keep your composure and maintain that catch over anything.
And now back in the red zone, a great gain thanks to that fumbled punt recovery. So Trey Sanders once again up the gut, couple yards gained, and they're priming for another touchdown right now at this point. And oh boy, that's what I have to say about this game right now. Oh boy.
Bottom of 3 here as the Aggies in the top of the 3rd took the lead with a Will Frizzell 2-run opposite field home run. Gets the Aggies up 2-1 here in Taylor Stadium in Game 2 of a 3-game series. And Trevor Austin, the 8th spot for the Tigers, will take his first hacks here. Already evened up count and now 2-1 against Jonathan Childress.
Last night, the Aggies were well into the second go-around of their lineup.
As this one's hit nice into left center. Going back is Alejo, and that one is gone. And the Tigers come right back to tie up this ball game with a 1-run bomb from Trevor Austin. And oh boy, that might have been the first of his career.
I think it was.
The freshman from Helias gets his first home run in a Tiger uniform in a college setting, and hats off to him as he's being hugged all around in the dugout there by his teammates. A big moment for Trevor Austin, who has struggled at the plate, and gets Tigers back into this ball game.
That's another one. Just caught the wind and carried.
Everything heading towards the left field seems to just be going over the fence. And it's crazy because there was 18 runs scored last night, no home runs, and there's only been four runs scored in this ball game, and all of them came on home runs as Ty Wilmsmeyer, the bottom part of this Missouri Tigers lineup, will even up the count there, 1-1. First pitch was a foul ball. Second one taken inside, ball one. But a much more exciting ball game than it was last night. A lot less cold at this point as it was last night.
Well, last night, I mean, the first 3 innings took all half an hour last night.
Yeah.
How many times A&M ran through their lineup? That's what I was gonna say before Austin hit that bomb. Around this time last night, A&M was on their 3rd run through their lineup. Now both teams just getting to their 2nd. So.
And now Wilmsmeyer takes a couple more balls and gets the walk on a 3-1 count.
Yeah,
so he will be aboard.
Childress is struggling to find his spot. He's getting hit off of, getting the bomb taken off of. I mean, compared to Signs last night, this is a night and day.
And he has struggled in his past couple starts. His most recent start was against Georgia on Saturday, where he only threw 2 innings in his start after allowing 5 earned runs, and in his previous start before that only had 3 innings pitched. So he's already 3 innings in this ball game, and he's given up 2 runs, 2 important runs, that is. And now with the runner aboard, the top of the lineup in Vierling, who takes strike 1, looks like he was going to try to bunt there, but pulled back. No outs here, and Vierling, of course, got the Tigers up on the board first with his solo shot to left field. I feel the wind carrying more towards left field, so if he gets another shot out there, let's see if he can, as this one's hit sharp to the third baseman. It's a bobble and an error there, but he will collect himself and throw on to Frizzell at first to get Vierling out. An impressive collection there of that hot shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be ruled a fielder's choice.
It should be, yeah.
Though, honestly, if I was scoring, and this isn't how baseball is scored, but if I scored it there, that's an error because he should have had a double play.
The reason that it's a fielder's choice would be because Wilmsmeyer advanced to second. Now he's in scoring position with 1 out. So if anything, he did his job to advance the runner.
Yeah, it's almost like a sacrifice hit.
And now Torrin Montgomery takes the first pitch. A nice high pitch there, but it is called a strike. Kind of near the lettering there of the Mizzou across his chest.
Certainly a high strike, but says it is.
Home plate umpire Morris Hodges tonight. So you know who to blame. 0-1 is the count, and now evens up the count, 1-1.
It's like the same pitch.
It definitely did. And should mention that Mizzou is wearing their gold jerseys this Friday night. They typically wear gold on Friday, and the Aggies have a nice maroon top, classic. Gray pants as Torrin Montgomery hits a sharp shot, fouled to the left side. Now a 1-2 count.
I watched a facility tour of A&M's baseball facilities not too long ago. They have, that is a high-class facility out in College Station. Between Olson Field, their training facilities and everything, it looks like a fun place to play.
And they put together a nice team this season, it seems, as Torrin Montgomery gets hit hard in the knee.
That was a bean and a half.
Oh, he reacted to that. We could hear the pop from here.
He's walking good.
That looked like an accident, but that looked like it hurt.
That had some heat on it.
Torrin Montgomery kind of slowly walks to first base. That was his left knee there, or near his knee.
I could not blame him for going a bit slow there.
That's going to be a bruise in the morning, as Childress will have the coach come out to talk to him, just give him a little bit of a talking to after he's allowed a couple runners aboard this inning.
Yeah, 1 out and 2 folks on. Not the situation you want to be in with your Justin Childress, or Jonathan Childress, rather.
I believe I'm not sure if he's the pitching coach, but one of the assistant coaches that might be out there, Cliff Pennington, former major leaguer.
Yep.
For A&M. So it looks like he's finished his lecture there, and they'll look to try and get out of this inning. Now runners at first and second for Brant Belk, the 3 spot. The player I would compare him most to on the Aggies is Will Frizzell, kind of similar role that they play in the team, power hitting lefties.
At least in terms of at the plate, obviously in the field.
Brant Belk hits this one towering up in the air. Looks like the catcher, Honer, will settle under it and get the second out. I'd call that a home run in an elevator shaft.
Yeah, no, that went about 1.5 miles in the air. Hard to track those, but good job by Honer to get it.
Heading into the football season this fall, COVID-19 was the biggest concern. A few weeks ago, I started talking to Battle High School parents, including Jessica Ellison. She's also married to the head coach.
There's always that fear, what if we play a team that has a positive case and we come back with one and it shuts down our program?
This Thursday, those concerns might have become a reality. Battle was the first CPS team to cancel a game due to a positive case. There was a recent COVID-19 positive test and possible exposure at Tuesday's practice.
We were all asked to be isolated or self-quarantined while they deemed who was a close contact.
Head coach Atia Ellison was not at Tuesday's practice, so we could talk with him in person. With Battle's season at a temporary halt, senior athletes like Braden Ambra have had to accept that their final year could be cut short at any moment.
It's like this could be our last game ever, which is like, a heavy thing to deal with, but it really just motivates you to play to your best because any week could be our last week,
This season hasn't just been stressful for the seniors. CPS attendance rules released at the beginning of the season allow for only one parent to be present in the stadium at games. Parents have had to choose each week who can attend and who can't.
As a parent, they're more stressed than me. I'm trying not to be, I don't show my emotions, but it's very stressful having to choose between a parent.
Quarterback Khalil Dampier was one of the seniors Battle honored on senior night. Battle held it during the first game just in case there's a sudden shutdown. Many underclassmen offered their one ticket to seniors that night so both parents of the seniors could attend. Kim Ambra, Braden's mother, appreciated the gesture.
That's kind of when you see the community come together. A lot of the underclassmen families stepped up and offered up their one ticket to the seniors so that both parents could attend. So for the most part, it turned out to be a really good senior night.
Coach Ellison told his players one 3-word phrase to make sure his seniors get the most out of their last season.
Seize the day. We don't know, in the big picture, we don't know when your last day is, so make the best of this one.
Battle still plans on playing their remaining 4 games of the regular season. But for now, all these players can do is seize the day. Joey Miller, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.